Welcome to the realm of intoxicating flavors and head-banging beer reviews.
Have you committed a mortal sin? What's up, everybody? It's the Ginger Yeti, and I'm checking in from home. And you're probably wondering why I'm asking that question. Well, I may or may not have committed a mortal sin. This beer right here I'm about to review was a gift from my good friend Albert up in Canada. It's one of the beers he gave me back in September when he came and hung out on a shore tour in Montreal. I saw this beer, got all excited. It says Péché Mortel, and for some reason, because I'm a dumb American and don't speak any other language, I thought Péché meant peach. And that's my mortal sin. It does not mean peach at all. So the beer is called Péché Mortel. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that correctly. From Brasserie DIu Ciel. And Péché Mortel translates into mortal sin. And I'm sure I'm committing a mortal sin by mispronouncing that French name. But again, I'm an idiot. I don't speak French. So I apologize to anybody I've offended. So this, like I said, is a gift from Albert. Really appreciate it, Albert. Can't wait to see you in 2025. Got some guitar picks for you. And really appreciate you always bringing me some really cool beers that I would never find or never see. So like I said, this beer here is the Péché Mortel. Brewery's out of Montreal. This is a 9.5%, 76 IBU beer. I believe it's a stout. Let's see here. It says Stout Imperial au Café. Oh, it's an Imperial Coffee Stout. Oh, I love coffee stouts. So, on the back of the can here, it says a bunch of stuff in French. And then we have the English. Rich roasted malt flavors with vibrant coffee aromas. After the dry and bitter finish, this deep, dark beer leaves a lasting impression. Color, noir. Hops, golden. Unfiltered. Infused with cafe coffee. I guess cafe is some sort of brand of coffee or some sort of coffee roaster or something. I don't know. Extra strong beer, 9.5% alcohol. Oh, and once again, they put the artist on here. That is really cool. Illustration. I'm going to butcher your name. I'm really sorry. Thalia Campo. I'll put your name in the description. I'll type your name out on the video here. If I can find your socials, I'll link them down below. Candle on the base. Candle date on the base. Huh. So this says right here on the label, can date, see base of can. And there is nothing on the base of the can whatsoever. Not a single thing on the base of the can. I mean, that's crazy. It specifically says on the label there's a candle date, and then there's not a candle date. What else is on here? Ingredients: water, malted barley, sugar, wheat, coffee, hops, yeast. And it's an independent craft brewer from Canada. I don't know if I showed you a picture of the can yet, but it's got like, is that the, what's it called? The chalice that Christ drank out of, I guess. With a snake wrapped around it. That's pretty cool. All right, well, there's also a blurb here from Untapped I'd like to read. Because you all like to hear me read and talk about nothing, and I once again screwed up on my old tablet here. See if I can pull that picture back up. So, Péché Mortel, French for mortal sin, is an intensely black and dense beer with pronounced roasted flavors. Coffee is infused during the brewing process, intensifying the bitterness of the beer and giving it a powerful coffee taste. That sounds right up my alley. Péché Mortel is brewed to be savored. We invite you to drink it in moderation. The Péché Mortel was born in our Montreal brew pub in October of 2001. Man, so this beer is like 24 years old, basically. Not this specific beer, but the style that they've been brewing it for 24 years or so. I'm excited to get into this. I didn't realize, like I said, I thought Péché meant peach. I thought it was going to be some sort of peach beer. Did not have a clue it was actually an Imperial Coffee Stout, so I'm really excited to get into this beer. Thank you again, Albert. Really appreciate it. And it gets even better. On Untapped, this gets a 4.10 with 68.2 thousand check-ins. That's a lot of check-ins, and everybody really digs this beer. Beer Advocate gets a 98 world class with over 5,000 check-ins. 5,000 check-ins is a hell of a lot of check-ins on Beer Advocate. And since it's got that many check-ins, I'm going to give you the aggregate score. The aggregate score is a 4.41. So this is a phenomenal beer according to the scorers, the raters, the population out there. Yeah, it smells like coffee. That's just straight coffee. Yeah. Coffee. That is a nice, dark, midnight black looking beer, probably a 40 plus on the SRM. However, if you get down on these edges here, it's got a nice little ruby cola color going through it when the light can get through it a little bit. That's a big 2.5 of my bare paw finger hands of chocolatey mousse-like looking head. You know, that almost smells like cold brew. It's got a mix of like coffee grind and cold brew smell. Oh, I can't wait to taste this. Cheers, Albert. Can't wait to see you this year. Wow. Wow. I don't know what that noise was. I don't know if the camera picked that up. Something loud just happened outside. Anyways, that is coffee. That is like boutique fresh brewed coffee. That is just straight up coffee. If you took the carbonation out of this, it would taste like a nice cold brew coffee. I mean, not even cold brew coffee. It tastes like a nice coffee. Yeah, that's just big coffee flavor. Little tiny bit of bitter chocolate mixed in there, but that's big coffee. And it's strange. 9.5% alcohol. Don't notice it on the front end. Don't notice it in the swallow. But sitting here after swallowing and talking, you do get a little bit of evaporative kind of booziness in the back end. But it's very subtle, very hidden. Beer is very drying. And that's just nicely roasted coffee. This is delicious. This is absolutely delicious. Albert, you picked a banger here. This is phenomenal. This beer deserves the rating it gets on Beer Advocate. 98 world class, absolutely. 4.1 on Untapped. That's a little low for me. I think that's a little low. This is, if you like coffee beers, you like coffee stouts, and you can find this beer, this is really good. This is definitely a banging beer. I give this 2 big horns up. This is an excellent beer. Albert, you always bring me amazing beers. Really appreciate it, my friend. Thank you very much for this beer. Hope you all appreciate my long-winded video here. If you like coffee beers, get this beer. Find this beer. This is a cracking beer for sure. Hope you all think I made a cracking video. If you do, let me know down below in the comments. If you had Péché Mortel, am I offending you with my shitty American pronunciation of this beer? Is it a mortal sin? Let me know down below. And as always, embrace the adventure.